against that house, yet it did not fail because it had the foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Amen. As you celebrate 131 years of ministry, and as I see this theme, Matthew 16, still standing, I felt good about where the Lord led me this morning. I'm going to talk on this time, you're still here. And you're still here. And amen, you are still here. You have to choose the right, whether you have choose as it or miss or understand that they're really shifting in that for that metaphor. I mean, literally, the scientists tell us the changing atmosphere are literally changing. We've moved to a climate change. We're about the difference happens as a result of what goes on in the weather and how it affects us. Many of you have seen places and understand that there are some places that are shifting in terms of their weather. In my area up north in the Northeast in New Jersey, there was a massive storm that took place that to the point where water was touching the tops. People were flooding, evacuating, and moving. Those who thought they had never thought the atmosphere shifted that they would ever face those that all of the time, life, all of the effort, all of the energy that people make a place and home for their family now flows a water of shattered dreams. The rain, the wind, goes. Some have to build home and all over again. And see, the reason why we're talking about this thing, the reason why we're talking about it is because many people did not think that there is ever live that they never them and that the foundation they were was not solid. Many people didn't think the structures they were living in wouldn't be able to withstand the pressure. You do know that's all that life is composed of, don't you? Moments that life are caused and composed of withstand. That how we live this life in this journey is just how we withstand different pressures, family pressures, circle pressures from our friends, pressures from the plans and the dreams that we ourselves, how to overcome the pressure that we can continue to move. All it takes is a good storm. Ain't going well. It takes a storm, and some of us to our core, that in this experience of pandemic, in this moment of global outbreak, many of us have experienced the pressure outside forcing of an atmosphere. Are still all together under the that this pandemic has brought about. Many of us are trying to keep it together about holding our futures, and many of us are under the weight that is shifted under our feet. Gather here this morning to celebrate 1 years of ministry. There is no people of faith. You are means to have the unexpected happen to you. Just as you've seen too many things to recall, from political foolishness to pandemic outbreak, from police violence to literal change in the to the weather in the place. No explanation like this before. The matter is, there is still a way through this. Like to think over as much as we would that we're going it takes to get every nerves all over again. As much as we would like this thing to be finished, there are some unexpected things we don't, without question, cause us to enter. But I want to this morning, I want to tell you today that your through is only as your foundation. To make it through is only as the roots that you, foundation that you see, what's going to help you get through your with 150 years as a child. I want to tell you that the good news this morning is you're still here. That the good news, despite what you face, this good news, despite what came up against you, you're still here. You're here because you had a foundation you in the middle. You're still here because you can through in. You're still because this what the storms, winds has tried to do to you, has been with you, and the testimony is, no matter what your God has so that going. Now, some of you were saying, oh, it's early in the morning. You're saying, yeah, I'm still here, but I don't know how I'm gonna keep being here because you've chosen to make the commitment. Here it is. Jesus is concluding his theological position in what is called the Sermon on the Mount, the way Jesus has been teaching and telling his listeners the direction to relationship with Lord our God. In this moment, tell Father to be careful